You already watch YouTube for hours every week. You already study what works subconsciously. You know who's popping, what styles are trending, what topics are hot. But the problem is that you're sitting on the sidelines acting like a fan instead of getting in the game like a player. You say you want freedom. You say you want to make money online. Cool. But if you're not pressing record, then you're not even in the game. And the crazy part is that you have consumed more content in your life than the creators that you look up to have made. Just think about that. You've already put in your 10,000 hours, but not in mastery, but in consumption. You're a black belt at watching. You got a PhD in overthinking, but you're a rookie in doing. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the truth about actually making money on YouTube. And this isn't gonna be any theory because I've made over 7 figures online in my business. And I had my very first digital product do a little over 900K. So this isn't just gonna be some, hey, just start. You can do it if you believe in yourself, motivational fluff that you don't need in your life right now. We're talking about the strategy that turns watching into winning, because once you realize how close you already are, the game switches. Let's get one thing straight real quick. You already know what works on YouTube. Look, you've seen thousands of thumbnails. You've seen thousands of titles. You have heard thousands of hooks. You've been studying pacing without realizing it. You've seen what makes a video blow up, and you've seen what makes a video flop. Look, right now, you're just like a chef that is eating in every 5-star restaurant in the world, but refuses to pick up a knife. And most people say, oh, well, I don't know where to start. That's not true. You just don't trust what you already know. But the truth is, you've been learning by osmosis this whole time. You've been watching creators grow. You've been watching editing styles evolve. You already have the data. You just haven't executed. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, feel free to click off of this video and just go consume more stuff and throw all these fake narratives in your head, the more stuff that you consume, telling yourself that they're better or they started early, so I have no opportunity. And just have fun not producing anything in this world, because only the producers win, not just the consumers. And just keep watching people become successful because they just hit upload while you're still taking notes. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, have fun with that. Just thinking that watching stuff is going to make you successful. But look, if you've been on YouTube long enough to form opinions on thumbnails, titles, editing, and hooks, congratulations, you are qualified. You just haven't cashed in yet. And you're probably making a few little mistakes that are keeping you poor. And when I say poor, I'm talking about a mentality. And when you have this poor mentality, it usually shows up in reality. And POOR is an acronym. POOR stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. So people continuously pass over opportunities repeatedly because they don't take action now. And NOW stands for no opportunities wasted. And I'm telling you, the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts for the lifetime of the opportunity. And you are missing out on your opportunity because you just keep on waiting and waiting and waiting and watching everyone else become successful. And I'm telling you, the quicker that you get to your dream life, the longer you get to live it. So start taking action now. But there's always 3 main excuses that people tell me on why they can't get started. And the first excuse is this one: I'm not credible yet. Look, when you tell yourself, I'm not credible yet, who would listen to me? I'm not successful enough. You start to believe that crap. But the truth is, people don't follow the most successful person. They follow the most relatable person. Just think about it. When you're trying to learn something, whether it be business, fitness, content, whatever it is, who do you connect with the most? The billionaire CEO or the person that is a few steps ahead of you? There are creators right now making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars teaching people that are just a few months behind them. You don't need a mansion to talk real estate. You don't need millions to talk business. You don't need a washboard, super cut up 6-pack to talk fitness. You just need progress, because relatability beats perfection 10 times out of 10. And here's something else that people don't realize about becoming the perceived expert on YouTube. So people think that they have to be this super guru, high astroteric level, Mensa level of guru before they can teach something on YouTube or before they can help somebody. But experts don't teach because they're the experts. The experts become the expert because they teach. So Think about that. Every single body that you watch for some type of information on YouTube, why do you believe that they're the expert? You believe that they're the expert because they publicly teach. Therefore, they become the perceived expert in their space. They weren't the expert and then started teaching. They started teaching and then they became the perceived expert. That's how it works. And you can always help somebody that is a couple to a few steps behind you. If you're at a level 3, you can help people that are at level 0, 1, and a 2. If you're at a level 2, you can help people that are at a 1 and a 0. If you're at a level 7, you can help everybody that's at a 6 and below. But people don't teach because they're experts. They become experts because they teach. And the second biggest excuse that people tell me all the time is this one. Oh, what will people think? You're scared of being cringe. You're scared of your old friends from high school finding your video and sending it in the group chat and laughing about you. Well, let me make this real simple for you. People are always going to have something to say about you and talk about you, so you might as well give them something to talk about. People are going to judge you no matter what you do. If you're broke, they'll clown you. If you make money, they'll say you changed. If you post, they'll say you're cringe. If you blow up, they'll say you got lucky. So if you're going to get judged anyways, why not get judged while getting paid? The only difference between you and everybody that you admire on YouTube is that they built the courage to look cringe for a little while. But everybody sucks at anything that they do at first. Everybody looks cringe at first. Everybody looks awkward at first. Your lighting will probably suck. Your delivery will be stiff. You'll hate your voice. You'll be recording for literal hours to find out that you did not record any of the audio. And then you'll be recording for literal hours. And then realize that you didn't even hit record on the camera. I'm telling you, every creator that you admire on YouTube has all been through the same stuff. It's inevitable. You got to go through it. But the algorithm doesn't reward confidence. It rewards consistency. And the third biggest excuse that people tell me is that they don't have time. Yes, you do. You just waste it. If you have time to scroll for 2 hours, you have time to record a 2-minute video. You just don't respect your future self yet. When people tell me that they don't have enough time, I'm like, yes, you do. You just don't have enough urgency. Because look, every day that you delay uploading a video, you're building someone else's dream. You're funding the creators that you watch while starving the creator within you. And when you starve your inner creator, that's when you feel unfulfilled. Majority of people just walking this earth don't feel fulfilled in life. You know why? Because they don't create. And us as humans, we were created to create. That's our sole purpose. So I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in God. I believe in the higher power. And if God is the ultimate creator and he made us in his image, then he made us to create on earth. And every single person that I've had a conversation with that tells me that they are not fulfilled in life, it's because they don't create anything consistently. They just exist. That's why you had such a great time when you were a kid, because guess what? You created and you made stuff out of nothing every single day. But when you become an adult, you start to get realistic and you start being an adult and stop being so childish that you stop creating and you just existed. Maybe you need to create some. Maybe you need to start playing some. Look, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. And I'm telling you, when you create stuff, it's a lot of that playful kitty mind that goes into things. All of your superpowers lie with your inner child. That's why I do things literally each and every single day to fight for my inner child. Kanye West, take away all the weirdo stuff that he's done, but just listen to this lyric. Take your opinions about whatever Kanye West has become out of it. But this lyric is so strong. Kanye has a lyric off the album called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The song is Power. Kanye said, my childlike creativity and honesty is honestly getting crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me, taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody. Right? Because he knew that that's where his superpowers lie. He knows that that's where all his creative genius lives, is in his inner child. And he's saying that the world fights each and every single day to take it from him. Well, you got to fight for that and hold on to it, because that's where all your creativity lies. That's where all your ambition lies. That's where all your confidence lives. And you'll feel fulfilled once you tap back into that and start creating some stuff every day, just like you created stuff every day when you were a kid. Dang, when you were a kid, you didn't have bad days. Why all of a sudden when you're an adult, and that was the goal, especially when I was a little kid, I want to be an adult so I can do what I want to do and nobody can tell me anything. I'm going to make the rules. And then you become an adult and still let other people that ain't even your mama and your daddy tell you what to do. It don't make sense. It's crazy when you actually think about it. But you can't consume your way to confidence. You build it through action. So the next time you think, I don't have time, ask yourself, why do I not have time for my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, but I can find the time to wake up at a time that I don't want to wake up, to go to a place that I don't want to go, to sit in traffic, to sit next to people for at least 40 hours a week and do a job that I don't want to do for 40 years of my life. I have time for that. But when it's time for me to hit the record button on my camera and record a video that'll truly be helpful and valuable to somebody, I can't find the time, even though I know that this is going to build my income, my impact, my influence, my online business. I know that I can live life on my own terms. Nah, I can't find the time for that. Ask yourself, why is that? Ask yourself why you can find 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day to consume other people's YouTube videos, but you can't find 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour to produce your own YouTube video so somebody else could consume. So when you really say, I don't have the time, what you're really telling yourself is that I don't take myself serious enough to create. And that's the real problem. Now let's talk some strategy about how to make the shift from consumer to creator, from consumer to producer. You don't need the perfect niche, camera, or setup. You just need momentum. So start by recording a video about something that you've learned, not something that you've mastered, but just something that you've learned. You'll find your voice through the reps, not before them, because YouTube doesn't build confidence first, it builds competence first. And competence is what builds confidence. So here's what I tell all my people. Your first 20, 30 videos, those are for you, not for the audience. That's like your training camp. That's where you learn pacing, delivery, timing, angles, and energy. Don't chase perfection, chase proof. And every single video that you upload is a data point. Every video will teach you what works and doesn't work, and then you can adjust from that. But most people are just sitting on the sideline and they have no clue what does work or what doesn't work because they don't get in the game. And then they get paralyzed through learning. They have analysis paralysis, and they're thinking that they're going to learn how to make something work when you have no data that you can actually analyze of anything that you've produced that will guide you towards what will actually work. Now you're moving with actual information and actual data versus on this side of it, when you're not taking any action, you're just guessing. When you take action and you start producing, you're no longer guessing. You are making strategic movements based off of data. You're not just building a channel, you're building a skill set that compounds. And being an effective communicator is the most valuable skill that you can have, period, as an entrepreneur, because the highest paid people in any industry are the effective communicators. Even if you take it to the 9-to-5 workplace, who gets paid the most? The receptionist or the sales guy that's on the phone effectively communicating to prospects and customers to drive revenue to the business. That person talking all day does. And as an online entrepreneur, or what I like to call a contentpreneur, that's somebody that uses content to drive traffic to their business. You don't just want to be a content creator. You want to be able to effectively communicate to somebody that has a problem that you have that solution. That's how you make the money on YouTube. So somebody will be willing to pay you money for the solution to their problem. That all starts with communication. And the more videos that you post and the consistently that you post those videos over time, you have no choice, you have no option but to work on your communication skills. And the more that you stay consistent, the more that your amateur phase will become your greatest advantage, because you'll know exactly what connects. So now let's talk about how you actually make money, because here's where most people mess up. They think that the money is in YouTube AdSense. It's not. The real money is in what you sell off the platform. So I'll give you the breakdown. So there's 3 main ways to make money from YouTube. And at the bottom here, what all these content creators are focused on is AdSense. And I'm telling you, that's not a good business model, because in order to make any money that you could actually live off of from AdSense, you would have to get like millions of views. And getting millions of views on YouTube is hard. Like, cool, like you could make some pocket money. You could make $200 here, $500 here, $1,000 here, $2,000 there. Like, that's okay. And I'm not saying that I don't want AdSense money. Like, yeah, I'll take any extra money. Any extra money is cool, but it's not part of my business strategy. And you have no control over how much YouTube decides to pay you off of your AdSense also. So there's something on YouTube called a CPM, right? And CPM stands for cost per mil, and mil is just a fancy word for thousand. So the way that advertisers pay YouTube to get shown on ads is that they pay for every 1,000 views that they get on a particular ad. And every single niche has different CPMs. So me, for example, since I'm in a business niche or a make money type niche, right? I have a higher CPM than a lot of other channels, than a lot of creator channels, right? So at the time of me recording this video, I might have a CPM somewhere, I believe right now, it's like in the $50 to $60 range, right? So this is how much an advertiser is willing to pay to get on my YouTube channel. But other people in different lanes, they may have a CPM that's like $7. They might have a CPM that's $6. They might have a CPM that's $11, right? It varies, and you don't have a set CPM for your entire channel. You have a CPM per video. So me right now, the time of me recording this video, this is like my average CPM. But a video that I posted not too long ago, it has like a $87 CPM, right? But then I have other ones that might have like a $26 CPM. I have no control over what YouTube deems the value of each one of my videos. But the CPM, that's the cost that an advertiser is willing to pay, the cost per mil. That's not the revenue that I would get as a creator. So the revenue that you get as a creator from AdSense is RPM. This stands for revenue per mil. And I'm not sure of the number off the top of my head, but YouTube, they bust this down somewhere around 50-50 with the creator. I think it's like 55-45, like the creator might get 55 and YouTube gets 45. I'm not sure of the exact math off the top of my head, but it's somewhere around 50-50. So whatever your CPM is, YouTube busts this down about 50-50. So that's why I say, in order to make some money that you could actually live off of, and not even just live off of, because I truly believe in abundance, right? It's going to be hard to get abundance off of having AdSense. It's like, yeah, this is my business model. I'm just going to get a whole bunch of views. That's why I said that you don't want to be a content creator, right? You want to be a contentpreneur. And that's why AdSense is bottom tier. Is it cool to get some extra income? Yeah. Always take the extra dough, but don't have that be your target. Don't have that be your goal. And then the second way to make money on YouTube, or the second main way, is a sponsorship. This is what all those content creators call a brand partnership. They're not your partner. They just sponsored your video. They paid you to talk about their business. And this could be great once you have leverage, but brands don't pay you when you're small. And if you just think like that contentpreneur, think about that. Why would somebody else be willing to pay you to get on your video? Because they see that you are the asset. So if I understand that I'm the asset, instead of taking money from somebody else so I can talk about their offer to my traffic, why don't I create my own offer and present my own offer to the traffic that I am generating? Because you are the asset. The whole reason why people pay for these sponsorships on videos is because they don't know how to go and get the traffic themselves, or else they would just cut out the middleman. Well, if you learn how to generate your own traffic, then you are the asset. That is a skill set. And that is why this is the number one way to make money on YouTube, creating your own offer, because you have a skill set, and you have a skill set of generating traffic and building an audience. So since that is so valuable and attention is a currency nowadays, why don't you just monetize your own attention? And I highly advise your offer either just be a digital product or a community. They're both easy and quick to create, they hold a lot of value, and they can both scale. And it's also a lot easier to monetize your own offer than break trust with your audience by telling them this video is sponsored by a bunch of stuff that I don't use. And so many people just lie about all the stuff that's so great that they don't use or don't even know that it's great in their videos just for a little bit of money, when they could just genuinely tell the truth about how good their offer is. And that's a lot easier to do on this side. But this is where businesses are built, and this is how it's simple to do. So you simply just make content to attract your audience. You educate that audience for free. You make that offer to them to simply just help them faster. The people that want help faster, the people that want their desired situation a little bit quicker, they want to get that result quicker, a percentage of your audience will buy that offer. Then you just continue to make content to educate people for free. So a percentage of people will grab your offer, and then you just keep the circle circling. And the great thing about this, and this is why I love YouTube so much, is that YouTube is an evergreen platform. So all these digital assets that you're creating and that you're posting on a consistent basis, it's not about the work that that video does today. It's about the work that that video does for weeks, months, and years to come. And you don't have to overcomplicate it. Your first offer could literally be access to you. People will pay for proximity before they pay for perfection. But this is how contentpreneurs build wealth. They don't just post videos, they build ecosystems. And that's something that you need to create for yourself as well. A system. And system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. Because once you create a system, that system can be working for you every single day instead of you working every single day. And that's how you get your time back and you make more while working less. So since you know that you need to create this system, I have something that I call the YouTube solar system. This is my baby right here. This system is so beautiful because the power of it and the compounding power of it, I'm telling you, it's just so powerful. So look, if you think about our solar system, what is in the middle of our solar system or any solar system? You have a main star, right? Our main star is the sun. Well, here, your sun is going to be your niche, and you are always going to have some type of offer attached to your niche. Now, if you think about what rotates around the sun, it's the planets, right? Well, our planets are going to be our content pillars or our content buckets. Now, this is where a lot of content creators mess up, is that they make so much content about so many different topics that they don't get known for one thing, and then they just end up entertaining people and then cross their fingers and hope that they get a lot of views so they can get AdSense dollars and get sponsorship deals. But no, a contentpreneur, you want to become known for something. And think about this, it's a YouTube channel. Words mean something. What is a channel? Think about when you cut on the TV and a TV channel. A TV channel typically shows a certain type of television programming. If I turn it on ESPN, I don't want to see cooking content. I want to see sports, right? This is the same thing for a YouTube channel. So what is it that people are going to come to your channel for? Now, this is why you have these content buckets. These are going to be the different things that you talk about. I'll say you can have a few of these. I'll say have somewhere around 5 to 7, maybe 8. I wouldn't go like way past 10 or something like that. Plus, even if you just think about our solar system, we have 8 planets, right? So if I use myself as an example, some of my content buckets, I could talk about branding. I could talk about marketing. I could talk about sales. I could talk about content. I could talk about systems. I'm just giving you some examples of what my planets would be around my sun, right? So every single thing that I talk about, it all revolves around my niche, what it is that I do. But something that scares a lot of people is that they don't want to niche down because they think that they're going to run out of stuff to talk about. Well, what rotates around a planet? The moon. Well, these are going to be your types of content. And there's 5 types of moons that you would have to orbit around your planet. And these 5 types of moons are going to be this. And you should only make these 5 types of videos. So you're either going to be answering specific questions, teaching specific skills, trend surfing, influencer surfing, or telling stories. And I'm telling you, once you implement this system and only make these 5 types of content as your moon, well, guess what? These planets rotate around your niche. The moons rotate around your planets, and every single piece of content that you make is all going to be working together. So once somebody gets into your ecosystem, they're going to stay within your system because the gravity is just going to be pulling them in as they're on YouTube. And you start to get this effect that I call the binge and buy effect. So people will start to binge your content, and once they start to binge your content, at some point they are going to buy. And that's why this is so powerful, because I said YouTube isn't about the work that your video does today. It's about the work that your video does for weeks, months, and years to come. And then every new video that you put is just adding to the gravity of your solar system that just keeps pulling people in and keeping them within your solar system, keeping them within your orbit, keeping them within your ecosystem. So if somebody becomes aware of me on a video like this that I'm making right now, which will be a content, they're like, oh man. And then I make a video that is teaching a specific skill. This is what pulled them into my orbit. Well, guess what? Now that they've watched my videos, they've given YouTube positive signs that they enjoyed my video, which means that they clicked on it and they watched it for an extended period of time. Well, then now I got them in my orbit. Then they're gonna come, oh, they're going through my orbit. Oh, now I see a video about systems. Well, guess what? That's something that they need if they're watching a video about the content. Now they keep on going into my solar system. Oh, now they see a video about marketing. Guess what? They need that because I talk about business, and in business, to be a successful entrepreneur online using YouTube as your primary traffic source, your marketing engine, you're going to need to learn all of these things. Well, then they see, oh man, he got a video about branding. Oh man, he got a video about sales. And then they're just going to stay within my ecosystem, and it's going to compound over time. And then I know that I'm going to be consistent on the platform. So every single new piece of content that I drop in is just adding to the gravitational pull of my YouTube solar system. And then not only am I monetizing with my offer, but I am making a little bit of extra money, or some of that ever elusive passive income that everybody loves so much, off of getting some of this AdSense too. It's like a little cherry on the top. But like I said, that's not a goal that you should have in business, but it is that little cherry on top of having some AdSense. But the real money is in your offer. But I'm telling you, this is so powerful, because when your planets align, you stop chasing trends and you start building momentum that has gravity that literally pulls people in. That's when the game stops being about going viral and starts being about getting in alignment. Your goal isn't to make a video that blows up, it's to build a system that turns attention into income and views into velocity. That's the difference between a creator and a contentpreneur. Now look, you've already put in the hours watching YouTube. You've already studied the game, whether you realize it or not. Now, you're just one decision away from being on the other side of the screen. So stop sitting in the bleachers and analyzing everyone else's plays. Pick up the ball and start yours. And don't overthink your videos, and don't aim for perfection. Aim for posted, because once you start uploading consistently, your whole life shifts. And yeah, it'll be awkward at first. You'll be cringe. You'll want to delete it. But that's the price of entry for your dream life. And the quicker that you get to your dream life, the longer you get to live it. You can either be embarrassed for 6 weeks or 6 months, or be broke for 6 years. Choose wisely. Now, if you're ready to stop overthinking and actually build something that makes money while you sleep, like all them that you see on the screen right now, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this credit at the top community. For personal coaching from myself, all my exclusive trainings, plus a private community and entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only a few bucks a day to join right now, literally less than a cup of coffee per day. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But you don't need more information. You need a strategy, accountability, and a circle that refuses to let you quit. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. Go ahead and check out this video right here about 3 tiny digital products that are guaranteed to sell. It's crowded at the top.